Hello, I'm Sneha Koshi. Prime Minister Modi has spoken to Saudi's Crown Prince as well as Saudi's Prime Minister. The leaders reviewed key multilateral and global issues. Prime Minister Modi has also thanked the Crown Prince for the evacuation help that India received to evacuate its stranded citizens from Sudan via Jeddah earlier in April. In fact, the Crown Prince has also conveyed his full support for India's G20 presidency. Megha Prasad has more details.
Well, very important, Sneha. In fact, one of the strongest allies, I think, in the last few years that India has found in this region has been Saudi Arabia. Also, given the kind of relationship that the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia shares with Prime Minister Narendra Modi, that has, of course, been noticed over the world around. They really share a very close and a warm equation with each other, to both of them personally. And that actually reflects in the relationship that both these countries have sort of developed in the recent times. I mean, I think very recently you had the foreign minister of Saudi Arabia was visiting India. And he did, of course, talk about how the relationship between both the countries have grown exponentially in the last 5 years. So yes, today's conversation, if you look at it in the context, it is very important. But I think the highlight of today's conversation was two. One, of course, Prime Minister thanking the Crown Prince, for the help that the Saudi Arabia has given to India at the time when we were very desperately trying to evacuate our nationals from Sudan. At that point in time, you remember that the first few flights that had taken off from Sudan had actually landed in Jeddah, and the government was there to welcome Indian nationals there, and from there,
right,
that was a transit halt. And then people were sent back to India. And of course, Crown Prince telling Mr. Modi that he would be wholeheartedly supporting India in its G20 presidency. That, of course, is significant.
And now moving over to story from Manipur. Centre has announced a relief package of 101.75 crore rupees for violence-hit Manipur as assistance for people displaced due to violence. The curfew in the state has also been relaxed in select areas, at least for few hours, even as joint combing operations are underway in non-AFSPA areas. Ratnadeep Chaudhary has more details.
That's right. In fact, what we are picking up from official sources is that this is an initial package which has been sanctioned by Centre, 101.75 crores. This is largely to provide relief to the people who are displaced. Remember, there are people from both communities who are displaced over a month now, staying in relief centers. So this is to provide them relief material. And also today, the security advisor to the government of Manipur, Kuldeep Singh, has said that it was during the visit of Union Home Minister Amit Shah that he had directed the state government to send a proposal, and the state government has sent a proposal based on which this decision has been taken by Centre. Over 37,000 people from different communities have been sheltered in as many as 272 relief camps, including community halls, in 13 of the 16 districts in Manipur. So you can imagine for over 1 month these people are homeless. Many of them even don't know whether their homes remains, as thousands of houses have been torched in hundreds of villages in Manipur. In fact, almost 900 sophisticated automatic arms and over 11,000 live ammunitions that were looted from the police armory have been recovered. Till now, the security forces till now have also recovered about 200 live bombs from different districts. However, with the past 72 hours, there have not been any major incidents, and therefore now curfew has been relaxed for 12 hours in 5 districts in Imphal Valley, for about 10 hours, and 8 hours in the hill districts. So there is no curfew in 6 other hill districts. So therefore now the 6 other hill districts which were not affected by the violence, which are basically Naga-dominated areas, they have no curfew. But in the Kuki-dominated and the Methi-dominated areas, there is going to be relaxation in curfew and that is something which would bring some relief for people. Also, movement of vehicles through National Highway 37, which links Imphal with Jiribam, which borders Assam, for carrying essential items, has been ensured
Right.
now. Remember, there were pickets in that area, but combing operations have taken place today in that area. So therefore, now there is a all-out effort to bring peace back to Manipur, to bring normalcy back to Manipur.
Now moving over to the Mumbai shocker. If one would think the Shraddha Walkar case in Delhi was an exception, some gruesome murders recently just prove all of that wrong. In Mumbai, a 56-year-old man has killed his 32-year-old live-in partner. And bear with us for the other gruesome details that unfortunately are important to be shared. The accused, Manoj Sane, chopped her body into pieces and even boiled them in a pressure cooker. How did the police get to know this? They were alerted by a neighbor of the accused after a terrible foul smell.
This is Manoj Sane, who is accused of murdering his girlfriend in a Mumbai suburb, chopping her up into many pieces and even cooking them to erase evidence. Police are now finding it difficult to identify the body parts. The shocking incident took place in an apartment in Mira Road, where 56-year-old Manoj and his 32-year-old girlfriend Saraswati Vaidya were living together. They were renting the flat for last 3 years, but neighbors say they never spoke to them. Sumesh Srivastav, who lives right opposite that flat, told NDTV the place had been stinking for the past 2 to 3 days. Sumesh knocked on Manoj's door, but no one answered. Sumesh recalls there was a sound of spraying in the house one time. Soon, the police were informed. Officers opened the door of the flat to a heartbreaking scene.
हम अंदर गए तो सामने वुड कटर मशीन रखी थी, फिर और अंदर बेडरूम में गए तो ट्री कटर मशीन रखी थी और
इलेक्ट्रिक से जो चलती हैं।
हाँ, इलेक्ट्रिक से चलती है। और बेड पे ब्लैक कलर का प्लास्टिक पड़ा था, तो हमें लगा शायद उसके नीचे बॉडी है, तो उसमें कट कर कुछ नहीं था, ना कोई ब्लड ना कुछ। किचन में सब कुछ था, जो भी था। 3 बाल्टियाँ भर के रखी थी, जिसमें ब्लड और मसल सब सड़ गए थे। कुछ पता नहीं था कि क्या बॉडी है, क्या है।
Another neighbor also reported foul smell. According to him, Manoj and Saraswati never talked to anyone.
हाँ, आई थी सर मॉर्निंग में कल।
अच्छा।
हाँ, नॉर्मल रूटीन के अंडर जैसे कि हम लोग उठते हैं, उठने के बाद नॉर्मल अपना जैसे पानी आने का टाइम हो जाता है मॉर्निंग में, तो पानी भरते हैं। पानी भी अब भरने के लिए, जैसे हम भरने के बाद हमने कपड़े वॉश के लिए वॉशिंग मशीन के लिए ये बाथरूम है, इसका गेट खोला तो उसमें से वियर्ड स्मेल आई।
अच्छा।
हाँ।
Nayanar police have arrested Manoj. Court has remanded him to their custody till June 16th. Police say Manoj has confessed to fights between the two.
नयानगर पुलिस स्टेशन के जुरिडिक्शन में गीता कायजुर करके सोसाइटी है, वहाँ पे 7वें फ्लोर 7वें मंजिल से एक फ्लैट है, वहाँ से बदबू आने का इंफॉर्मेशन लोकल पुलिस को मिला था। पुलिस स्टेशन के ऑफिसर्स और स्टाफ ने जाके वहाँ पे देखा तो किचन में बहुत सारे यूटेंसिल और बकेट में वहाँ पे चॉप किए हुए बॉडी पार्ट्स मिले हैं। उनका आइडेंटिफिकेशन हो चुका है। अक्यूज्ड को भी अरेस्ट किया गया। जो डेड बॉडी के पीसेस मिले हैं वो एनालिसिस के लिए हमने जेजो हॉस्पिटल में भेज दिया है।
According to the police, they found the pieces of woman's body in a cutter machine and 3 buckets from the flat. The body parts were also cooked in a pressure cooker. The remains have been sent to the JJ hospital. According to the police, some parts of the body have been disposed of. The accused and the victim met 10 years ago at a ration shop in Borivali, where Manoj used to work. Saraswati was an orphan and Manoj moved out of his family home to live with her. When the NDTV team reached Manoj's old house in Borivali, his uncle said there was very little contact with Manoj.
अभी क्या 10 साल पहले वो छोड़ के गया, बाद में कभी खाली रेशन के दुकान पर मिलता था, वो हम हाथ करके चला जाता था।
व्यवहार कैसा था मनोज साने का आप लोगों के?
हमारे साथ तो अच्छा था।
ऐसा किया होगा या नहीं, बतौर चाचा आपको क्या लगता है? उस पर मैं आपको आप चाचा हैं उसके, तो मैं इसलिए समझना चाह रही हूँ कि आपके लिए खबर कितना अचंभित करने वाला, और आपको लग रहा है क्या कि आपके भतीजे ने ऐसा किया होगा?
वो ऐसा कैसा मैं बता सकता है।
This brutal murder has eerie similarities with that of Shraddha Walkar, who was also killed last year her body chopped up by her live-in partner, raising questions once again about women's safety and unchecked partner violence turning into murder. Bureau Report, NDTV.
And India's higher education regulator is most likely set to introduce a new range of college degrees. Names including a Bachelor of Science degree in disciplines like arts, humanities, management and commerce. My colleague Vedant explains what this means.
So, a 5-member UGC panel has recommended important changes as far as a degree structure is concerned, and the UGC has come up with a new degree nomenclature. The biggest takeaway is that now there could be BSc and MSc degrees for arts, commerce and management courses, and the UGC says that this move is to bring higher education in India at par with global standards or global norms, given the fact that there are foreign universities that mostly offer BSc and MSc degrees across disciplines, and of course this was also highlighted in the UGC's proposal as far as the National Education Policy of 2020 is concerned. Once the UGC makes it public for feedback, it's only then that the higher education regulator will approve these recommendations, and then they will be implemented following the next academic year. Now, what are the key takeaways? So, of course, as we discussed, there would be new BSc and MSc degrees in arts, commerce and management courses, and now a new degree nomenclature could come about as far as the BA, BS and BCom degrees are concerned. So far, we only have program and honors degrees, but now there could be honors and research degrees, which are basically thesis heavy and data driven degrees. The MPhil degree is also likely to be discontinued, something that was highlighted earlier in the National Education Policy as well. Remember, the old degrees will continue alongside the new ones. Now, remember, what are these courses? Let me break it down very quickly for you. One, of course, is the BA, BSc and MSc degrees with the honors and research permutation and combination. And the other important fact, of course, is that now there could be BS and MS degrees in arts, management and commerce courses. The MPhil degree is likely to discontinue and that will be replaced by another revised PhD degree, and that will focus more on making sure that the economically backward and disadvantaged students are at par with other students, because remember earlier as well, experts have pointed out that the difference between haves and have-nots as far as MPhil is concerned is a lot. So, this new degree nomenclature could be a reality in India very soon.
And a group of 10 engineering students from Kumaraguru College of Engineering in Coimbatore have developed a hydrogen-powered energy boat, which they say is first of kind in India. This is the only team from India which has qualified for the Monaco Energy Boat Challenge. Sam Daniel speaks to some of them.
A hydrogen-powered boat designed by 10 students of Kumaraguru Institute of Technology in Coimbatore has been chosen for the prestigious Monaco Energy Boat Challenge. In fact, this is the only team from India chosen for this, and with me 3 members of this team. Thank you very much for your time. Congratulations. Tell me about this boat.
So this boat is basically fabricated using carbon fiber, and it's powered using hydrogen, and the propulsion system is basically designed by us in-house. So hydrogen, why hydrogen? The hydrogen is actually a high density energy source where we can store the hydrogen in a tank and we can generate electricity.
For a unit of hydrogen you have, how long will this boat sail?
For one unit, the boat will run up to 4 to 5 hours. Like, it's more efficient in this kind of project. Yeah.
And why carbon fiber?
Because the carbon fiber, last year we used aluminum fabricated. Like, why carbon fiber this year is that because it's less weight and it can be easily drifted and it can be easily handled by the pilot because it's less weight, right? Like, it's high efficient too.
Tell me about the cost of this project and how did you manage?
So the estimated budget for our boat is for around 65 lakhs, and until 40 lakhs we have procured it from the companies by pitching through financial support and the components we got from them. And rest we aim for other 20 to 25 lakhs, and we are looking forward for crowdfundings and funding from the government.
Right. And you didn't have a water body near your campus. How did you manage?
So actually we managed that using our smart city lakes in our city. Basically we took some permissions from the government, and our commissioner was very supportive, and we just used that lake.
If you win this challenge, in what way do you think this technology can be further refined and used? Possibilities, what are the possibilities?
Yeah, talking about in our country, this technology is a very new thing. Like compared to the Europeans, very common. Like in India, it's a very normal thing. Like we can use this technology in any kind of e-vehicles that promote sustainability. It's majorly a green energy concept.
Normally, IITs participate in this kind of international events, and this time your college is the only entry from India. How does it feel?
Yes, actually, each and everyone from the team feels top of the hill every day because we worked, we were persevering, and we just got qualified and everything is set. And firstly, we got an opportunity to promote the sustainability from our nation as a very new thing. And secondly, we hold the pride, like Kumaraguru institution students hold the pride, representing the country at the world stage of yachting. So we are happy and we are thrilled.
Thank you so much for your time and wish you all the best. And these students will be participating in that Monaco Energy Boat Challenge in the first week of July, and they want the entire country root for them. In Chennai with Suresh, Sam Daniel, Find Your TV.
For now, it's time for a short break.